What is up, everyone? We are heading out to Clayton's to take apart the Shithorse 5.3, and we got another thing we got to do when we get out there, which you'll see when we get out there. But currently, we are waiting in line at a Tim Hortons because everyone needs lots of coffee, apparently. All right, guys. So we're here at Clayton's. We got the 5.3. We're going to take it apart, do some investigating. We brought the leak down tester, so we're going to try leaking it down, seeing if maybe we can figure out where the coolant is coming from. Also, what we're doing today is we got Forever Sharp steering wheels. Hooked us up with the steering wheel.
Good people at Forever Sharp.
Originally, we were going to put it on the Shithorse, but we decided that it's too nice to put on the Shithorse, so we're going to put on Clayton's car.
Why am the Shithorse is outside? It's winter now.
Wow, that too.
It's cold out here.
So here's a sneak peek of it. Obviously, we'll unbag everything. We got the adapter and all the horn button, all that stuff. So yeah, we're gonna put that in. So far, it looks like a pretty nice piece. So
Nothing else. We're gonna shed some weight too. I got the factory airbag wheel still on my.
yeah, exactly. Clayton's car still has the factory airbag type steering wheel, if you can see it there. So we're gonna get rid of that and put this fancy racing inspired type steering wheel on there. Woo! Clayton is taking the steering wheel off. Oh, he's got the airbag. Hopefully, boom! No, that scare you? Not even hooked up. It says it's for an SVO Mustang on it.
October of '90. I don't know what that even means.
It means that's when it was put in your car, October of '90.
SVO though.
Are these worth anything?
Sure. They're worth blowing up.
Yeah, that's another video.
You got some jumper wire? Or?
Well, I don't have any on me.
Although, do you want to destroy that? It might be worth.
Okay, so here is without the airbag. The airbag's held on with 4 bolts. Then you got to undo these wires, this bolt, and then pull the steering wheel off. Your radio controls or cruise control is not going to work anymore, Clayton.
Shit.
Whatever you're going to do now.
Well, you could transfer them if you wanted. If they actually did anything.
Yeah,
You could
exactly.
transfer them.
Okay, so while Clayton's continuing taking the steering wheel off, which isn't super exciting, I'll show you the steering wheel. So here is the steering wheel. It's 2 pieces. It looks like it's aluminum. This is all aluminum on the backside, and then this material part comes off somehow. There we go.
Yeah.
The ring. So they sell different colored rings and rings made of different material. So I think this one is just like a vinyl. They also make leather wrapped ones, and then different colors, white, and they make wood wrapped ones too.
It's got some sort of US DOT number back here and Forever Sharp.
There you go.
Details.
And so then it comes with the bolts in the bag here to bolt these 2 pieces together. So we have to do that. And then here is the adapters and the horn thing, whatever this is called, the horn.
Clock spring?
Sort of like a clock spring, I guess.
Yeah.
And then it comes with the fancy button right there.
Oh, that was in here.
Yeah. Which the buttons also come with different logos on them, stuff like Chevrolet or that kind of thing, Ford. They had a lot of different ones. They also sent us some bottle opener and some air fresheners and things. So yeah, it's really nice quality, seems like. So to see how it feels when it's on the car.
It's cool that you can switch the 2 up if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I'm sure you could probably buy just this ring in a different color.
Yeah.
And then
with how
swap it up.
affordable they are, you could, you know, how people have lots of kicks, shoes and stuff. You could do that with wheels. You could switch it up all the time.
You could be changing her up constantly, yeah.
Especially with, I'm guessing once we put this in, changing the wheel will be even easier than
Well,
the stock one off.
you just basically have to unbolt it, I believe.
Yeah.
And then to change the wheel, and you leave all that stuff on, right?
Exactly.
They have lots of different designs too. Lots of really cool ones. I'm actually looking at a couple for the S10 maybe. I was thinking about one like this for the S10, except chrome or polished like this. Then they also have a classic one that looks kind of like a 58 Chevy, something like that. I kind of like that one too, so I'll have to wait and see. Maybe I'll have to order one of those up too, because they're pretty nice. But we'll get the bolts and get this thing bolted together, and Clayton will get the steering wheel off and we'll get her installed.
We undid the harness. Bazinga.
Oh, look how good. You're so strong. You just ripped that thing right off.
Yeah, that was easy. That's a lot of weight though. This is not a light steering wheel. That combined with
the airbag,
the airbag itself, that's got to be
no, for sure. Here's the airbag,
8-pound savings,
which obviously
maybe?
you just saw.
What do you figure?
I mean, the airbag's pretty heavy. You don't have a scale in the house?
Doesn't look like it. No.
I'd say, I mean, the airbag's at least 5 pounds.
I think
at
that's
least.
like 8 pounds as an assembly, at least.
In all reality, obviously, we pre-pulled that steering wheel off because Clayton's not that strong. And actually, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can use a like a steering wheel puller / harmonic balancer puller, or if you just take the middle nut off and then leave it on just a little bit, and then basically wiggle the steering wheel back and forth, it pretty much just pops off. Usually does, and that's what happened this time. So then we took off this clock spring thing here, which obviously is huge because of the airbag, and that's inside is where your contacts are. So we're just going to replace it with this one here, so it contacts for the horn button, and then we can start putting it back together. All right, so we're trying to put the steering wheel on. We've kind of run into an issue, which we don't know if it's something that's our fault or not. Like when Mike originally talked to Forever Sharp about the steering wheels, he said that we wanted it for the shit horse, and the shit horse is an take Mustang without an airbag, and this is a 90 and it has an airbag. So when we put the adapter on, when you take this adapter off, it has the contacts which contact these little prongs here. When we put this one on, it doesn't touch the contacts because it's way down here. So now we're thinking that what it needs is just a spacer with a little bit longer bolt so it'll contact the contacts. So we don't know if there is a different adapter for the airbag style, but I did look on their website. They have an application guide, and all it says is Fords. So like all Fords are supposed to work, or certain years, which this is part of that certain year. So we're not 100% sure why, and also it's the weekend, so I'm not 100% sure if we could contact them. So we're just gonna see what we can do. All right, so what we've decided we're gonna do is we took that original clock spring horn thing, whatever, and we gutted it out because otherwise there's a big gap here. So we put this on, and then we're gonna make a hole here for that horn thing to stick through. And Clayton's just gonna make a spacer with a longer bolt or screw to hold it on so that it'll touch that thing, and then we can put it all together. Otherwise the steering wheel will work fine. It's just so that the horn works. But like I said, we'll have to contact Forever Sharp and see if there's an adapter, different adapter for this style, or if there is a some kind of adapter like what we're gonna make for the horn to still work. Like I said, if you weren't using the horn, it wouldn't really matter. But since we're using the horn, or want the horn to work, it's a street car after all.
So the last time you guys saw this engine, me and Clayton pulled it out of the shit horse. Here it is on the stand, and today we're gonna see what went wrong with it. What went wrong? And Rob noticed there's some rust here that could be water, head gasket.
That's what I'm thinking.
Broken there. That was the issue with it. We were getting water in the oil, as you saw with the milk oil all over the floor in that previous episode. So we're gonna start tearing it down. We'll show you what we find. Clayton's still trying to get his steering wheel in over there. Definitely our fault on that one probably, as we ordered it for the shit horse, which doesn't have an airbag wheel from the factory, and this does, but he's been able to make it work. All right, so first thing of note, it's super milky and watery. Gross. Inside the top of the heads here. I popped the valve cover off, and holy crap, guys, look at that. Rust all over these rockers. It's like this engine was sitting exposed in the junkyard or something, which probably was at one time. Definitely a head gasket milkshake issue.
Ugh.
Really? Stuff started rusting?
Well, there's a little bit on top of the rockers because it's all wet on here. It's all water and oil with the valve covers.
I didn't think that. Yeah, this side especially.
Why do you like this one off?
They put the belt on, but it's like a light instead.
Okay, so Clayton's got the steering wheel on. Looks really nice. How's it feel?
Yeah, it's nice.
The install is super easy. Just
I think there's a factory piece that goes.
We have to figure out the cover there. We just have to figure out the horn issue, Clayton will make that little adapter piece and it'll be good to go. Yeah, it looks nice.
I'll have to
Actually, that one fits good with your car because it's all black. It looks cool.
mount my brake button in the corner somewhere. Like that.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
It's a nice piece. Nice piece.
Feels good, yeah.
More race car than.
Yeah,
anything.
definitely, yeah. And a good weight savings.
Yeah. I don't need to worry about it now.
Yeah. You can have that extra hamburger tonight. What's for that?
40%.
We went through the entire engine doing a leak down test, and all the cylinders were relatively the same, which was in the good area, besides this one right here. That's what we got going on there. Which is the cylinder closest to the crack in the block. Dun dun dun!
Can't really feel anything.
Clayton's revenge. Hate to say I told us so, but
No, I thought I could feel air coming through, but it was that.
alright, so time to pop the heads off.
Yeah, I guess so.
See what really happened in here. About to pop these heads off. See the destruction.
Why do you say it like
Destruction.
that? Yeah, why do you say it like that?
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
That makes it sound like it blew up. It didn't blow up. It's just leaking some water into it.
Nobody, you guys never pissed your britches before?
Just
Watch, it
just
is
a
starting to
milkshake.
fall off. Actually, Mike was right. It's starting to fall off.
What, the head?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it needs. A good.
It's coming off the
Needs
dowels.
a good head fall.
What?
It's coming off the dowels right here as Clayton's like wiggling it. Oh fuck, there's still a bolt holding this on. Clayton,
What?
you left a bolt in there. Actually, the crack is here, not here.
Yeah.
The old deck crack that we knew about
You want to hold on to this head?
and we left.
Doesn't look like anything was burning water, does it?
Like in the cylinders, one of them should be white,
Yeah.
right? If there's water getting in there. What if it's not sealing good like here and the water's going that way?
In a
Spraying up into the lifter valley,
It did sound
right?
like it was from right
because
there.
then it wouldn't, there was no smoking, there was no white smoking, which is, none of these are clean. Usually when there's a blown head gasket, there'll be no carbon on the cylinders. They'll be clean, it'll be clean like brand new. But what if the water was getting into here, right?
Yeah.
Just because these head gaskets don't seal properly. Though I don't see anything.
Or coming up through that crack and.
Well, the crack is way in the middle. Do you know what I mean? Like it's between two water jackets.
Maybe it was squirting up in there.
Okay, so that's that one. Let's look at this one. Yeah, I know, but see, my thing with that crack is even if it was water coming out of here, the only way it would go into the only way this crack would go into the oil is if it went into the chambers, which it obviously
Or
isn't.
shot all the way up.
It would just shoot into this water jacket, though.
Maybe it snuck around.
Oh, get out of here. I don't see anything.
Scuzz in here.
Well, no, but you know what I mean? Like if this was an original motor and it was all black and dirty and then it was super clean right here, we could say it's where it's leaking, but we don't know that for a fact. You put the oil in, I think we had it running a little bit, and then we brought it in and the oil was milky. And then we said, well, maybe because it was sitting outside, it was raining. Yeah, but that was...
I don't know if it was
bad.
day one though with this
Well,
engine.
Maybe not day one, but maybe we never checked the oil right away to know. That's the thing. It wasn't smoking or anything, which would tell you that it had a bad head gasket. But like I said, none of these chambers are clean. They're all dirty, exactly the same, which means water wasn't getting into the chambers. It was getting
What
into...
about in there?
That's kind of what I'm trying to see now.
It's almost I
See,
don't know.
this
It's
is
hard to
dirty,
say.
dirty, dirty. See, all that's pretty greasy. I mean, there it looks like if you look right there, see how it's dirty, dirty, and then there's like a clean spot,
Yeah.
kind of like, and it looks like a little path. I mean, it's possible there. I mean, this one is super clean here, all the way down the middle, compared to like this one's dirty, this one's dirty. This
Yeah.
one, you know what I mean? This one's like really, really clean.
As if it was steam cleaned.
See this side?
Steam clean.
What about the
See, yeah,
this
and
one?
these ones are all pretty much dirty throughout. That's the only one that's not, is that one.
Why was compression different on this one then?
Well, that's could just be the rings or whatever. It's still not that bad. It's not like it was leaking down like 80%.
Poor master build engine. New head gaskets and sender. Are we gonna machine the block? Use that engine. If you guys haven't forgotten, remembered.
Still got the oil pressure figured out.
Yeah.
We got this 6-liter engine that used to be in the shit horse. The original engine. Could do something with that. Iron block. Old iron block.
Like I said, I don't really see anything necessarily that would show that it was leaking, but like I said, that's the only thing I could see was on that head there.
Lifter valley cover off. Just get a look at that master built cam journal.
Cam journal.
Still leaking?
Yeah, a little bit.
Rob popped the dog bone out of the back.
But it won't come out because it hits the engine
Barbell,
barbell.
dog bone.
Same thing, I guess.
The O-ring looks good on it, right?
Well, but there's O-rings on the inside, I guess, right? This O-ring just keeps it from leaking.
Yeah.
There must be O-rings on the inside part too.
Looks like we'll have to get it off the stand to get that completely out, but we're gonna pull the oil pan off, inspect all that kind of stuff. We would pull a crank pulley, but we don't have a puller here today.
Double teaming this oil pan here.
Clayton said about an electrical impact, but I don't know. I think those things stink. I like
Well,
working
just
with my
mine.
hands.
Just mine stinks.
Oh shit.
Oh,
There's a-
shit.
Well, it's got all on your hand.
Look at that. It's like clay on clay. Where do we go from here?
We got the oil pan off, but we couldn't take the balancer off like we said because we don't have the puller here. And we need to get a machine to come take the bolt off.
A machine.
Yeah, like
Machine.
we gotta hire a guy with a big impact gun to
No,
come.
mine
take
will do it.
Rent one maybe?
I got the
Yeah.
air right
And
up.
then
It's amazing the amount of comments we get in previous videos about the air gun not getting the balancer off right away.
That's what I'm talking about.
No one has patience these days.
But I mean, we looked at the pickup tube. Everything looks good here. We didn't take it off yet to see if the O-ring, but the O-ring was new because it's a new oil pump, and it was nice and tight and everything. So I can't see that
From
being
what
an
I can
issue.
see, the camshaft looks nice and shiny. There's
I don't know. We don't know what we're gonna do here.
We were talking about just getting a new block and putting everything from in here into that.
That might
that's
be the
probably
way to
this
go.
junkyard stuff is you never know what you're starting with.
Possibly an iron block instead of aluminum.
That'll be easier to find, anyways.
Definitely.
We'll see what happens.
And some LS9 head gaskets to cure any issues we might have been having there.
We got the steering wheel installed. Looks really sweet. We'll probably pull it off again to figure out that horn thing, but other than that, it was pretty painless to put on. And if you guys are interested, definitely check out Forever Sharp steering wheels. Link in description. And yeah, get yourself a nice steering wheel.
Yeah, definitely approved. I think it's pretty cool. I kind of want a wheel for a couple vehicles now.
I think it's just because.
I mean, really, it's one of the things
And it's lighter, yeah.
that you touch every time you drive the vehicle. So when you think of it that way, the amount of difference it makes in the car, it's
looks
kind of
for sure.
substantial.
and it looks badass.
Yeah. So big thanks to them for sending us this wheel. Work and filming session coming to an end.
After it's dark
That's
on
what we've been. Yeah.
time is
This
it?
winter is not good.
518 actually.
I'm already sick of this winter business. But maybe I don't even want to mention it, but you know what I'm talking about. A lot of room in here.
Currently, there's LS fucking spawning everywhere.
We gotta do something with this 6-liter too. the original shit horse engine. Make a table out of it or something. How should we end it?
I think we just did.
Bye.